it's Tracy Steen of Move Daily Fitness, and we are here in the kitchen again, and today we are making a salad that has been a favorite in my family for a long time. It's called the Island Pork Tenderloin Salad. Have you made it? Because when I posted the list of ingredients, a couple of you said, hey, I've made that salad. That's a favorite of mine too. So I would like to know where you got the recipe from. Are you an Epicurious fan, or did I somehow make it years ago and it was passed on to this person, to that person, and then somehow you got it and made it as well? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know how you found out about this awesome salad. Okay, so I know in the last number of episodes I've been making chicken, so I thought I would switch it up a little bit and do some pork. And just before I get into that, I want to let you know that for the month of May, we're going to be taking a break, but once June comes back, we're going to start an awesome summer salad series. Okay, so it's going to be a Wednesday night cooking, and we are going to just pick some amazing, tasty, high protein, healthy carbohydrate, good vegetable summer salads for your summer, for July and August, so that you can enjoy and have some good salads in your arsenal. Okay, so right now we are just going to start our pork because it's going to take about 25 minutes to cook, and I want to get it in the oven as soon as we can. So if you're just joining us on YouTube, on the replay, welcome. I'm glad that you could watch, and the recipe will be posted right below this video. Okay, so I'm starting with pork. I actually bought this pork from Save On Foods, and it was really thick. You know, when you buy it from Costco, sometimes it's just like a long, thin piece of pork, and so this one actually I just sliced in half. So I've got two hearty pieces of pork, and I'll just squish those into my pan. I'm not gonna wash my hands here because I just manhandled. This is soapy water in here, just in case you're wondering. Okay. Anyway, we are gonna start off with our rub. So you make a rub, and basically that's gonna be our flavoring for the pork. So what goes in this rub? Very simple, and this can be done like on chicken, on fish. I think it would be really tasty as well. So again, I'm just gonna eyeball it, but I'll tell you the ingredients, and all the ingredients are listed on the recipe below or on my Facebook post. So just in a little dish, we are gonna put a teaspoon of salt. So this is where we're just gonna use the palm of our hand, so about the palm of our hand. Teaspoon of salt, quarter teaspoon of pepper. So these are all great flavors to season up your meat with. I'm gonna put some cinnamon in, and this really, like you think cinnamon on chicken, is that weird? Kind of Moroccan. It's so good. It just makes it taste and smell as it's cooking unbelievable. So we've got about a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. So again, just eyeballing this. So cinnamon, salt, pepper. We're gonna go with some cumin and chili powder. So cumin, we have about a half a teaspoon of cumin. Again, some good Moroccan flavors here. And also a half a teaspoon of the chili powder. Okay, so that'll give some nice color to our rub as well. So salt, pepper, cumin, chili powder, cinnamon, and that is it. How simple is that? So I'm just gonna take my finger and give that a little stir around. And then we are going to rub this, in essence, all over our pork. Before we do that, I'm going to turn on my skillet onto high, and I'll drizzle a little bit of extra virgin olive oil in the pan. Now, whatever skillet you use, be sure that you use something that is oven proof, because we're going to sear the pork on the stovetop, and then we're going to stick in the oven to finish cooking. So I've got that at high. I'll let that do its thing, and then I'm going to take my rub and sprinkle it over top of my pork. So I'm just going to kind of do a rough sprinkle over top, and then I'll rub it all in a second here. Turn that over. But yeah, this just makes it taste so flavorful, and the cinnamon is a weird addition, but have you made anything Moroccan with cinnamon? And then sometimes it has raisins too. You know, like I have a recipe for a Moroccan stew that I have done, and it's cinnamon, raisins, peppers, that sort of thing. So this, it's the island flavor, as it were. Okay, so just kind of press that rub into your pork, and some may have gotten on your cutting board, and just get all that goodness off there. Rub it around. Good. Okay, so those are basically ready to go. We're just going to make sure that our pan is nice and hot, and then we'll add this pork. And it's just as easy as that. Oh, actually, it's easy as that, and plus there's a glaze. So as soon as the pork is in there, I'll show you how to make the glaze that goes on top of this. So delicious as well. All right. So I think our pan is probably hot enough. I am gonna get this in there. That's starting to sizzle. I'll maybe wait for another few seconds here. Just roll my oil around in there. Get some tongs out. So we'll cook it about 2 minutes per side. We're not really cooking in there, we're just searing on our rub, and then we're gonna add the glaze on top. And again, like I said, we'll finish it off in the oven. But this does help speed up your cooking time. I know traditionally, you know, I used to think that pork had to be cooked totally, fully through, but it can still have a little bit of pink in the middle, unlike chicken that has to be cooked fully through. So there we go, that looks hot enough. So I'm going to take my pork and just place it in my hot skillet. Nice sizzle. There we go. Everything's there. Okay, I'll reduce my heat just slightly so as to not burn, and I'll keep my eye on that. Okay, so making the glaze. This is so simple too. The glaze, really, really easy. The original recipe actually calls for 1 cup of brown sugar. Maybe yummy, but also very sweet and sugary. So I changed that part of the recipe because that's a lot of sugar to have on your meat. Who needs that much? Not you and not me. So we are subbing in some maple syrup. Now, my recipe, how I've changed it, basically says 1 tablespoon of brown sugar or maple syrup. I'm going to use maple syrup today just to keep it, you know, real and not chemical and not man-made. Okay, so I have 1 tablespoon of maple syrup already in my little dish. I'm going to put 2 garlic cloves in there. It seems like a weird concoction that goes on top, but it just lets a little bit of sweetness come to that little bit of spice that we have with that chili powder and the cumin. And then we're also going to add about a tablespoon of hot sauce. So I'm going to flip that in a second. You could use like a spicy hot sauce. I'm just putting some Frank's hot sauce in, and I'm going to put about a tablespoon of that right there. So here we have spicy, heat, sweet, salty, all delicious. All right, so garlic, hot sauce, and either maple syrup or brown sugar. So, woo, it's got something to it. Good. Okay, that's going to go on top of our pork in just a second. So flipping this over, I should have a nice brown caramelized sear on the bottom. And I do. So that's ready to just get a flip. Oh yeah, that's lovely. I definitely need a camera and a hair. That happens. My kids don't like that, but that happens. Yeah, I'd like to get a camera there so I can show you this part. Okay. Turning my heat back up because my pan has cooled down a little bit. So I will just let that come to temperature again. Clean up a little bit here. So do you have a favorite salad that's your go-to salad that you absolutely love? Deb Schaefer, do you have a salad? Natasha Kononov, you guys cook, right? So what's your favorite salad? I'd love you to type it in the comments below and just tell me what's a great go-to salad that's high protein, good carbs, or maybe it's just like, this is my favorite salad, I just love it, it's my absolute favorite. Type that in the comments below, and you never know, maybe we'll do a good rendition of that in our June summer salad series. Because I'm telling you, I like salads. Hey, now have I ever given you my tip about going to a place like Nature's Fair and buying a salad in the deli? When they hand it to you, all of the ingredients for the salad are in essence on the container. So I bring that home. I don't know why it's on this box, but I basically kind of just store the ingredients wherever. I guess I could put it in a recipe book, which would be smarter, but here I have a roasted yam and spiced nut salad. So I know exactly what's in it, and I can figure out the amounts on those dressings. Roasted squash, chicken, and apple salad. Hello! That was so delicious. So isn't that a great tip? Go to those places, especially in Kelowna. Nature's Fair writes it all out for you, so winning already. And you can try it there, and you can come home and basically emulate the same salad. Okay, I think our meat is ready to go into the oven. We are going to add this glaze. Again, hot sauce, garlic, and maple syrup or brown sugar, your choice, on top of the pork, and then we'll set it in the oven. Okay. I'm just going to flip it over again here. Good. All right, and evenly disperse it over the pork. Kind of spread it with the back of the spoon. Oh, yeah. Literally, this whole thing is going right into our oven. Just like that. Woo! Now it's quiet. Okay, so we're at 350. I'm going to put it in for about 20 minutes or so, and then we'll let it set for a little bit afterwards before we slice it so all the juices don't run out. So 20 minutes on the timer. Okay, and we're good to go there. Excellent. Did anyone comment on what salads they like? Let's see, maybe avocado too. Salad. I don't like lettuce, but I like black bean salad. Yes, black bean salad. Oh, Audrey Clausen, come on. You've got to have a good salad recipe, I'm sure. Do you make a salad that you love? If you do, write it in the comments below. What is your favorite go-to salad? I want to see lots of different salads. Brad, do you make a salad that you love? We enjoy a high-protein salad with honey, chili, lime dressing. Protein being chicken, egg, and bacon with chilled roasted vegetables. Yum! Yes, chilled roasted vegetables. What a great idea, Deb. I love that as well. Okay, keep those comments coming. I want to see your salad ideas because summer's coming and we need an arsenal of salads to make. Okay, so our meat is cooking. We are going to work on the dressing right now. And this is pretty simple. I'm just going to take a magic bullet and compile all of the ingredients, give it a little whiz, and then that is good to go there. Okay, so first thing is 3 tablespoons of lime juice in here. So we'll just give this a little roll to soften up that lime, get the juices flowing. It's pretty hard when I bought it, so rolling it on a hard surface just kind of releases some of those juices there. Okay, so 3 tablespoons of lime juice. And I have my wonderful juicer. Audrey says, oh, she fully listed it there. Lime, shrimp, and avocado. Oh, yum. Okay, I'm checking that one out. I'm sure it's delicious. Lime and shrimp and avocado. It's a great combination. All right, 3 tablespoons of lime juice. So just in my container here, I'm gonna eyeball it because I think I know what 3 tablespoons looks like. I'm for sure gonna do both halves of my lime here. Okay, little mussel there. Get that out. Both sides. So this is going to have lime juice and orange juice. So 1 tablespoon of orange juice coming up. Now you are slicing an orange for this salad. So that you could use just as you're slicing it, use some of that juice. I happen to have a little bit of orange juice in the fridge, so I'm just going to grab that. Okay. 1 tablespoon of orange juice. And so you can tell these citrus flavors. I mean, that's just going to make such a good summer flavor salad. 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. I like to use this grainy mustard. So tasty, and gives a little texture to your dressing as well. So 1 tablespoon of that. Again, eyeballing that right there. Now, vinaigrette, citrus vinaigrette with what? Curry powder. lovely addition of curry. Who knew? Well, Epicurious knew, and that's why they made this recipe. So, 1 teaspoon of curry powder. Now, you could use the curry paste. Of course, the curry paste is a little high in fat, done with oil, but that's an option too. I just have the powder here, so in my powder goes. Okay, seasoning this up, we're going to put a little bit of salt. So we have half a teaspoon of salt. Little eyeball here again. Okay, salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, and there we go. Lime juice, orange juice, Dijon, mustard, curry, salt, pepper, and then we just have to add our olive oil. So we've got about 1/2 cup of olive oil. I will measure that. Okay. All right. So you could use a grapeseed oil here if you like that flavor a little bit better. I dig in olive oil these days, so heart healthy, Mediterranean diet, and all of these flavors seem to go exactly like that. Of course, you could whisk this ahead of time and slowly stream your olive oil in, but I'm going to blend it all up, and I find that just works perfect. So, 2 seconds while I give this a buzz on my bullet. Let's be a little bit loud for a second. All right. And that's it, our dressing's done. How simple was that? Super easy. Here's the whole link, perfect, okay? There's another link to a salad Audrey just posted, a full link to a lovely skinny taste. So it's gonna be healthy. Lime, shrimp, avocado, great. Give that one a try too. Ooh, good idea. Keep those recipes coming. If you're watching, just joined us, and you have a favorite summer salad recipe, post the link below or post it below and we will all give it a try. Okay, I'm just gonna do a little test taste of this. See, it's that curry. Like, who would think orange juice, lime, curry? Oh, it's so good. Really, really tasty. And normally in my dressings, I like to add like honey or maple syrup or some sort of sweetener. But because I have that maple syrup or the brown sugar on my pork, I don't feel the need to do that with the dressing. And plus, we're gonna have orange slices right in the salad as well. Okay, moving right along. Looks like we've got about 14 minutes left on our pork. We're gonna start with the salad. So grab a big bowl. Just gonna put that there. And the salad is pretty simple. Basic ingredients, we're gonna do spinach, cabbage, red pepper, avocado, orange. Did I say red pepper? Yeah, and that's basically it. So not too hard. So just a Napa cabbage. I suppose you could use Savoy. You guys like that Savoy cabbage with all the ripples in it? Oh, it's different to me. I don't love it as much as this one, but you know, I think it doesn't really matter. What I find with cabbage though is sometimes, you know, like I try to buy the smallest one because a little goes a long way. And then if I don't have a recipe planned for the cabbage afterwards, then it often just kind of goes bad in my fridge. But I'll tell you a great recipe to make with leftover cabbage, or if you buy a really big cabbage and use half for this salad and half for another one. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, I'm going to post it right here, right now, but I will make sure I put the link to this later. It is on my on my website blog, but anyway, it's basic. It's either ground beef or ground sirloin. Pan fry that up, put it in a crock pot, and then you're adding tomatoes, tomato paste, beef stock, onions, and then you're shredding up a whole cabbage. It's like a lazy man's cabbage roll, but with no rice. So it's low carb, and it's so good. And just leave the cabbage on top, let the steam from it kind of cook it, do its thing, and it is, it's really delicious. So my family loves it. That is something else. That is hard. Okay, muscles are required while chopping. Odd. Okay, we are just chopping up this salad. Basically, we need 2 cups. That was way more difficult than it had to be, and it's just cabbage. 2 cups of cabbage, kind of a thin slaw. Now, you know what else you could use for this if you don't have a cabbage, or maybe they're not in season, or maybe they're too expensive, or I don't know, lots of variables. But you could just grab coleslaw, right? A bagged coleslaw is nice. And you know what else I love in that section is the broccoli slaw. Does anyone use broccoli slaw? Thumbs up if you like that broccoli slaw. That is such a great time saver. So if you haven't bought the broccoli slaw that's in the same section as your coleslaw, make sure you give it a try, because it is, throw it in stir fries. Yes, you thumbs up there. I see a couple of people have used it. Use it in stir fries. Use it in, I make like lettuce wraps and put that in there. It's just so easy and so tasty. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and chop up this cabbage. I'm gonna get my spinach into the bowl. We're gonna chop up our red pepper and our orange and our avocado. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna tell you a story. So, I had a client this morning, and she started with me probably about a month and a bit ago. Post baby, basically. She had a baby about 7-8 months ago. And baby number 3, and really was fighting to get her body back. Really desperate to lose that baby fat. And in the 2 pregnancies previous, she was totally able to do that. She was, sprung back to her regular body shape and size. But of course, now she's 37, 3rd baby, and you're busier. You don't have as much time or energy or anything else to make, exercise a priority and to get all of that done, and you're tired besides. I mean, being a new parent is so crazy. Sleepless nights and a lot of sleepless nights. So anyway, but she called me because she was dedicated and decided that this is what she wanted to do, was to make a concerted effort, do everything she could, and get her body back. So she's been working for a month and a bit, and she's done every single thing that I told her to do. So we did measurements this morning and her little weigh-in just to see where she was at. She had set a goal sheet at the beginning of the month. Some of her goals were to be able to run on a treadmill for 5 minutes. Another goal was to be able to do 20 full sit-ups again. So anyway, we just went through the list and check, 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 check. She had gotten everything, and so tears in my eyes. I was so happy for her that she had accomplished everything that she had set out to do, and that her body fat had dropped. She felt like she had tons of energy. Okay, and I'll tell you why all of that worked so well for her. So, number 1, she had made a decision to stick with a program, get it done, and do what it needed to be done to get there. She listened to what I said. She wrote down her food every day for this whole month. She's written down a food log. So as tedious as that seems, studies have shown that if losing body fat, losing weight is something that you want or need to do, then writing food down is just the way that makes you so much more conscious of what you're consuming. You're aware, you see exactly where you're at. And a really good app for that is that MyFitnessPal, because not only does it show you, your calories, which I don't even focus on. I'm looking more at those macronutrients, right? We talked about this before, that carb tipping point. And so she's looking at how much protein, how much fat, how much carbohydrates she's having in a day. And so every day she'd send me her diary, and I'd make some comments, tweak it, send it back, and then she'd make some changes and follow it. And she said, I can't believe how much I'm learning about food and how much there is to know about food. Like, I'm just shocked. I'm so shocked. I can't believe it. Anyway, it is exciting when you begin to kind of look at those things and you're aware, when you look at a label, how much carbs is too many, or what amount of protein is necessary, or how much fat is good, or what your sodium levels should be at. All of that's a learning curve, but all of that is so important as well. So anyway, she said to me, you must feel like so discouraged when people, give up. Because I shared with her and just basically said, it's a hard thing for a lot of people. They Some of the people that I train and meet with make it work, they make it stick for the rest of their lives, and lots don't. So I said to her, you saw what you've done this last month, right? And it worked. And now you need to do that for the rest of your life. And she's like, oh. I'm like, yeah, right. For the rest of your life, forever and ever, amen. That's the clincher. If you start a program and then you just say, oh, I got to my goal weight, now I stop it, and you change your trajectory of how you're eating and you go back to your old patterns and you stop exercising, you're going to gain the weight back. You're going to get unhealthy again. You're going to feel sluggish and tired and fatigued. So that's a big thing, is just that consistency. So the key then is to do something that you can do with consistency for the rest of your life. Don't go crazy and start cutting things out and being so strict, or doing an exercise program that's so above and beyond where you are at as a human that you can't possibly stick with it, with your schedule, with your life. It's nice to try new things. I don't want to say don't aim for something new, but be realistic in your approach to fitness and wellness. Because ultimately, you don't want to do it for 3 months or 6 months. You want to do it for the rest of your life. All right, so I need a starfruit chopper. Yes, probably. Well, tell Quentin to buy that for me for Christmas. For my birthday, that's coming up. She just said I need a starfruit chopper because it took me about 20 minutes to chop that red pepper. Hey, I was telling a story, so it's all good. All right, cutting my orange, slicing. Here we go. All right, so I'm just gonna dice up this orange into little pieces and sprinkle that on my salad, and then I'm gonna grab my spinach out of the fridge too. Okay, so there's my sweet. That'll be a great complement with my dressing. Hi, Jenny Luongo. Nice to see you from Boston. Jenny, everyone, we were just talking about what's our favorite summer salad, and do you have a salad that's your go-to, that's so delicious, that is like thebomb.com, that you'd like to share with us? If so, type it in your comments below in the link. We'd love to hear, and then we can all make some delicious summer salads. Okay, so in my bowl for the salad, I just got orange juice all over my elbow. For the salad, we have red pepper, Napa cabbage, 1 orange, and I'm going to cut up my avocado and get my spinach, and then our salad's good to go. We only have 4 more minutes left for our meat, and then we should be good. Hey, here's a little tip with avocado. Did you read this like on Facebook a while ago, like everyone else did? If you have an avocado and you take out that little stem thing at the top and it's green on the inside, that means it's ripe. So you could go to the grocery store, and before you take it, just pull the green thing out. And then other people who've heard this tip will know that someone was in there pulling the green thing out. Okay, so just slicing this avocado. I'm just going to carefully slice this. My friend has severed tendons in her arm, in her hand, by slicing avocado, so I will be extra cautious. Taking a bit of a smaller knife here. So this one actually is a little bit more firm, but that's okay. I'm just gonna take it and give a good slice here. So is this how you slice avocado at home there? I'll show you if you don't know how. I just kind of run my knife lengthwise and then the other way. And then basically you can stick your thumbs in there and pop out all those segments. Pretty easy. Just popping those segments out. Good. Awesome. Yeah, avocado is like this is a great addition to healthy fat on my salad here. Of course, we have some heart healthy olive oil already in our dressing, but avocado is always good. Now, don't be afraid to eat avocado, right? It's fat, yes, but it's a healthy fat. Hi, Chad. How are you? Thanks for tuning in. Are you a cook, Chad? Are you going to make this tonight for supper? Hey, just try it. Might be good. Okay, so a little twist. Get that stone out, and we'll chop up the rest of this side of avocado the same. We are making the island pork tenderloin salad here tonight, everyone. And my husband's in Banff at a conference, so and Piper's at dance, and Desi's at work, and Stratton's at the gym. So I'm literally eating this salad by myself tonight. So if anyone would like to come for dinner, you are welcome. Hey, Jen Pavan, we're making some salad. And one of the questions I've been asking everyone is, what is your favorite summer salad? If you have a go-to summer salad that you love, please type it in the comments below and give the rest of us some good ideas for what we should make for dinner. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this episode, we are going to have a summer series, a summer salad series, summer salad series, summer salad series. Say that 6 times fast. No, don't, because you'll just sound silly. Okay, so again, this avocado was quite firm, as it were, so it's taking me a bit longer to get all the goodness out, but that is a good way to cut it, and it should just slip right out. Goodness me. All right, enough of that. So we've got our orange, you've got your cabbage, you've got some red pepper in there. I'm gonna wash my hands up, grab my spinach, and we were almost gonna be ready to toss this with some dressing here. Okay, 2 seconds. So I like to keep this big tub of spinach in the fridge. Such a great thing to add to, smoothies. And if I'm in a pinch and just want something that's high iron, spinach is high iron, and spinach mixed with oranges helps the iron to absorb into the system. Did you know that? If you're iron deficient, if you're anemic like I am, that is a good thing to know. So keeping your spinach on hand in a pre-washed is a great way to consume it. Okay. That sounds like our pork is almost done. I will take a look. Smells good. I'm going to leave it in there for a few more seconds just while I finish off the salad here. Okay, so cook time. We've been cooking for 30 minutes so far. Yes, it is delicious. As you were talking about avocado, I was chopping one up. Good, Natasha, what are you making? Are you making the salad or just making a salad? Salad's great. It's my go-to. So, so good. Okay, and so what I'm going to do with this salad, because I'm the only one eating it tonight, I want it to last until tomorrow so I can have it for lunch and maybe even the next day. So I'm not going to dress it. So normally if our whole family was eating this tonight, I'd put the dressing on. But that's the way to save your salads, is keep your dressing in your little container in the fridge, and then you just add as you go. One of the tips actually I give to my clients there who are looking to watch what they're eating and just keep mindful of their food portions and everything else is when you're at a restaurant, some salads in a restaurant can be 700, 800, 900 calories for a salad. And at that rate, you almost may as well have a burger for the calories. It's the same amount. But how you can avoid that is oftentimes in restaurants they give you salads with tons of toasted, caramelized, or sugared nuts. So that's something you can leave off or leave it aside or eat half the amount. They also put a lot of dressing on. Remember my Earl's days, I used to work at Earl's, and you'd go in the back and watch them make their salads, and they'd put like 2-3 ladles of dressing, so probably 6 tablespoons of dressing on. So that's where your high calories come from, is that amount. I'm just going to get a different chopping board for my pork, because it is about ready. Now, there's a lot of juices that actually accumulate in the bottom of the pan of the pork. So because they're a little bit sweet, because you put that glaze on top, once I let it cool a little bit, sometimes I'll pour that over top of my salad with the pork on top, and everything's juicy and delicious and so, so good. So let's just get some of these things called tongs. You saw me mixing my salad with my hands. I can be a civilized person. I have these things, whatever they are. Okay, salad mixers. Okay, so that's gonna be my salad. I'm gonna add my vinaigrette separately, okay? So what are you making? Crock pot bean and beef chili with some avocado, radish, fresh jalapeno, and cilantro. That sounds really good. What are you guys making for dinner tonight? I'd love to hear in the comments below. If you're making something healthy and you want to share, feel free to add the link as well. Good, yummy. Okay, we're going in for the pork. Let's do this. Okay. Now, if you were, the type to use a meat thermometer, of course you could. Something popped. I will just add the temperature that it should be to the recipe, because I know it's on the original recipe, but I just can't remember off the top of my head what that is. So I'm going to take one pork. Technically, you're supposed to let it rest, okay? We are going to skip that process and just probably let all the juices pour out. But I want to plate it for you right now so you can see how fabulous this looks. And I will tell you how delicious it tastes. All right, so remember, I took this out of the oven, so I do not want to grab that ever with my hands because I will burn myself. I'm just going to take one of these porks. Oh, yeah. Looks great, smells delicious. I've made this original recipe years ago with the 1 cup of brown sugar. And of course, that brown sugar in your pan caramelizes it and be a bubbly little sugary syrupy world. But again, if you're trying to eat a little healthier, this is a great option. That tablespoon of maple syrup is going to sweeten it up just nicely for me. And I save myself on like tons of extra carbs and sugar calories that I just don't want. Okay. So we would have let this rest for about 5 minutes, let all those juices dissipate through the meat, and then we slice. But for the sake of television, we are slicing right now. So I just hold the pork and slice away from me. Okay, yum. I've got my little dog here who's looking for scraps that will be falling soon. Okay, so I'm going to cut myself about 4 ounces of this lovely pork. Wow, that looks really good. Okay, perfect. Grabbing a bowl. And a little bit of our salad. Again, we have Napa cabbage in here. We have spinach. We have red pepper. We have avocado, oranges. And on top is going to be our awesome dressing, this vinaigrette. Again, here we have orange juice, lime juice, olive oil, curry powder, which gives it a great taste, curry powder, and Dijon mustard. So I'll just drizzle a little bit of that over top. And that's my base of my salad. Of course, I'll take a picture of this and post for all of you to see. And then we're gonna lay our island pork tenderloin that's been rubbed with things like cumin and chili powder, cinnamon. Oh my goodness, so good. So that's gonna go on top of that. Let's do a little bit of gorgeous red here just to show some color, maybe some avocado right there. Okay, so again, there is some juices down in the bottom of my pan. So I'm gonna just drizzle a few of those over here. Is that still hot? Yes, because it's cast iron, so don't touch it. Okay, so just tipping this up, getting a tablespoon of that juice. Oh my gosh, because this has that garlic and it's got the maple syrup and your Tabasco, your hot sauce in there. Okay, that is it. And there is our island pork tenderloin salad. Yum. Okay, can you see that? It looks great. I'm going to take a picture and post it right here. But if you have joined us, make sure you make this recipe. It's a great one for summer, and I'm really looking forward to eating it. Again, there's lots of leftovers, so if anyone is in the area and wants to join me for dinner right now at 6:10, feel free to join in. I'd love to have you. Okay, that's it. Remember, we are taking a break for May, but we'll be back in June with our salad summer series, and I can't wait to see what links you've posted on our Facebook post, and I'm excited to try some new salads with you this summer. All right. Make sure that you stay tuned and, as always, move daily. All right, cheers.